When we hear about the American Revolution, we often think about the 4th of July and the Declaration of Independence. But the revolution was fought over a period of years in many battles. One of those battles was the Siege of Boston, which occurred 250 years ago. Picture this: it's April 1775, and tensions between the American colonies and British forces have reached a boiling point. The colonies are simmering with unrest, and the British are determined to maintain control. The shot heard round the world has just echoed through Lexington and Concord. This wasn't just any shot, it was the spark that ignited the flames of revolution. The news spread like wildfire, rallying the colonists to the cause of independence. Enter the Siege of Boston. It began on the same day as the battles of Lexington and Concord. This was no ordinary siege. It was a test of wills between the determined colonists and the formidable British forces. The city of Boston was a strategic stronghold for the British, but it quickly became a trap. The British, confident in their stronghold, soon found themselves surrounded and cut off from vital supplies. General George Washington took command of the Continental Army and decided to surround the city, cutting off British supplies and reinforcements. Washington's leadership was crucial. His strategic mind and unwavering resolve inspired the troops. Imagine a giant circle of American soldiers, tightening around Boston day by day. The noose was tightening, and the British could feel the pressure mounting. Boston was under siege, and victory depended on strategic positions and tactical maneuvers that would determine the fate of Boston. The American forces fortified their positions on Dorchester Heights. This was a masterstroke of strategy, giving the Americans a commanding view of the city and the harbor. This high ground was key. From this vantage point, the Americans could dominate the battlefield, their cannons poised to strike. With cannons aimed at the city and harbor, the British were in a tight spot. The threat of bombardment loomed large, and the British knew they had to act. The standoff lasted for 11 months, with skirmishes and strategic moves on both sides. It was a grueling test of endurance, with both sides trying to outmaneuver the other. But ultimately, the British were forced to evacuate Boston on March 17, 1776, a day now celebrated as Evacuation Day in Boston. So there you have it, the Siege of Boston, one of the many battles that staged for the birth of a new nation. This siege was more than just a military engagement, it was a symbol of American ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds. And while we celebrate 250 years of independence in America, let's not forget the brave men in the standoff at the Siege of Boston. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see what happens next.